Hi, welcome to Bud's Garage.
Don't let the devil rob you of what you got to do.
That's good, right there. You got the emergency brake on? Yeah. My name's Pat, and this is Bud's Garage. And this is Dave. Say hi to the folks, Dave. I've been watching TV for years and years, and I've decided that I want to do my own TV show, and this is it. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It takes a whole lot of people, and it takes a whole lot of time, and it makes me real nervous. What I'm hoping to do here is a show that's about people, because one of the things I like the most is looking at, different kinds of people. So that's what we're going to try to do. You ready? Yeah, we American boys love our cars. Spend a lot of time looking at them, taking care of them, paying for them. The thing I've noticed lately is all the Japanese cars on the road in the last few years. It seems like the Japanese like to copy things, and they had two choices. They could copy the European-style cars, or they could copy the big, gawky, awkward American cars that were so popular back at that time. And they chose the European cars. Seems like people are happy with that. They buy them. I like them both. I like all styles of cars. Where I grew up in the South, we used cars for decorating our yards. So we'd set them up on blocks with the wheels off of them and play in them. Girls used them for playhouses, and the men used them for tool sheds, and the dogs slept in them. And it's just part of my childhood. I think I'll always have a real soft spot in my heart for cars, no matter what kind they are. And I'll probably always drive one.
Over there's the Cloister parking lot. Want to cruise it?
Yeah, we'll go drive around once or twice. There's a lot of cars here.
Yeah, every weekend. We go just go around and around and around and around.
I've been coming around for 4 years.
Yeah?
4. I've been coming
4.
7.
Well,
Derv at 14 with my cousin. Me too. Look who it is. There's a machine. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, there's the Austin machine now. Turn around, look at that front end. Oh, man. He's filming your car. Oh, man.
I did not do that.
It happened the last time you parked here, right?
About 4 years ago, you could come out here, sit on your car,
Oh, man. And just
and eat and talk to people.
Lisa! Lisa! Smile!
Even me first started coming out here, it was more like a family hood.
Yeah, the loop up at
Big
Lebanon.
families,
That's
groups
cool.
of families and stuff.
That's a nice truck.
Yeah, it is. It used to be blue. This probably goes back before your time. It had a Smurf on the pumpkin.
Smurf.
Painted
I remember
on.
that.
Yeah, it did. It was baby
remember
blue.
that.
That's the one.
Okay, here's a Chevy. We like rolling. Here's a Chevy. It's about 54, 55. Nice shape, reconstructed, has antique plates. Here comes the Honda. It has exhaust problems. Here we have a BMW.
That's a 10, man. It's a BMW. It's a 10. It's a yummy car.
Okay. Here is Trans Am with Harley plate on it.
Over winter, it dies off bad. I mean, it really dies. There's nobody around.
No, I gotta say, it's Darryl Morton for president.
Shelby,
27.
You bet.
Well, personally, I think I'd pick a Silver Shadow Rolls Royce, you know. Well, yeah, Rolls Royce limo. I mean, what can I say?
Dave, I got a question. Is there a certain way you're supposed to sit when you cruise? And, like, is this car good enough? I mean, is there... I guess what I'm asking is, are there rules for cruising?
Yeah, I talked to a couple girls I met in Harrisburg last summer, and they said their favorite thing to do was cruising. And from talking to them, I think there's a lot of rules.
Guys drive cars, they have to lean. If they don't lean, they're not cool. If they don't have the music playing loud, they're not with it. If the car is not nice, ain't no reason to lean. You know, you might as well just sit up straight and just drive. But they're into parties. Yeah, and cruising around in new cars with the music blasted in there.
Hanging on the corner.
Their clothes material has to be, you know.
Rich.
How do you go cruising?
I don't. I just drive, but not so people can see me because I'm in a nice big car. A Cadillac to be exact.
Eldorado.
But you spend all the money on buying, you know, paying for the car, you don't never have no money to spend in your pocket. Only thing you can do is ride around and show your car.
We sell comics. We sell more than just comics.
Provident Bookstore is more than books. Provident is office supplies. Provident is gifts. And Provident has one of the largest selections of Christian music in South Central Pennsylvania. Provident bookstores are located at the Lancaster Shopping Center and Park City Mall, with stores also in Ephrata and New Holland.
For all your gardening needs, come to Espen Shades Greenhouse in Brickerville along Route 322.
Boy, Pat, I'm hungry.
Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah,
Where you want to go?
I don't. Somewhere we can watch people. How about the all-night diner?
Okay, I like it over there. Did you know there's a video just came out about an all-night diner?
Yeah? What's it called?
All-night diner.
Well, what's it about?
An all-night diner.
Well, the night is over, it's 10 after 2. Most people have stopped prowling, but we played until late, and we're still wide awake, and my stomach is growling. I've just got to eat, though my body is beat. I start up the car, the windows are froze, most everything's closed, but it isn't too far. So I drive to the all-night diner. I'll have a number 2 overlight and a coffee with cream. When you arrive in an all-night diner, I always wonder if the people are as strange as they seem. People in the diner in the middle of the night are all there for a reason. They might just be bored, or they haven't scored, or they might just be teasing. There's a girl in tight pants, you can buy her romance. There's an ugly guy with greasy hair, a trucker's alone, and 2 freaks who got stoned, and a few other people who don't seem to care. But they drive to the all-night diner. I'll have a number 6 overlight and an orange juice. When you arrive in an all-night diner, most of the people are strange and everybody's loose. Oh yeah. As we sit and converse, there's some guy with a purse, with some chick who's a wreck. As she plays with his beard, we say, "Night, people are weird." The waitress brings us our check. As I get up to go from this late weirdo show, I pay my bill, and then as I'm starting to leave, it occurs to me I must be one of them, because I've been to every all-night diner and had a number 7 overlight and some coffee too. Well, if you strive to make your life finer, don't make fun of the people who are doing what you do. In the middle of the night, in an all-night diner. In the middle of the night, in an all-night diner. In the middle of the night, in an all-night diner. In the middle of the night, in an all-night diner.
I just got through reading this story about, it's called On Wheels, and it's about the future, and it's about, there's these great big 12-lane highways that just go forever, and there's these people that live in these great big vehicles called mothers, and they're like great big communities on wheels, and they're just maybe, I don't know, maybe more than 100 people in them. And there are people who are born and live and die on the move like that. And they never stop moving. And one of the rules in this culture, one of the laws, is that you never go below 40. It's a point of pride among the men, you know, to say that I've never gone below 40. I guess if you went below 40, you'd probably just go, like, hide your face or commit hara-kiri or something. It's a very shameful thing to go below 40. And They live in these big vehicles, and then they have these little vehicles, you know, like little cars. They're real super fast, like high-performance cars. And they roll out a ramp in the back of the big mother vehicle. And then the young men like go out at night and race around, you know, and race with each other. And guys from one community will race against guys from another community. And sometimes they have gang wars, you know, one big tribe against another tribe, and they all get out on the highway and they play these death games where they try to kill each other by running each other off the road and stuff. It's a pretty interesting story. Now the hero of this story was a young guy, and he had been in one of the gangs, you know, and they'd gone out and he'd killed a few people by running them off the road and all that. There was a few guys from this other big tribe, you know, who lived in another big mother vehicle, who were out to get him. And during this time, as he was growing up, he met a young girl, and they got married, and she got pregnant. Him and his wife were out riding in the little vehicle, and she went into labor. She started having difficulties. And he loved her so much that he finally decided to do the unthinkable thing, and that was, you know, stop, go to a hospital. So he gets on his radio and he calls up ahead and he says, listen, I'm willing to stop, you know, I got to get into a hospital. And he gets a cop. They put a cop on the radio talking to him. And the policeman tells him, finally, it all just comes out in the open, and it's sort of a big surprise ending, was that the reason that these people kept moving all the time and never stopped and never went below 40 was not because they chose to live that way. It's because society had made them live that way. Society didn't want them to stop. It's kind of like the population had gotten so large that there wasn't any more room to build like government housing projects and stuff. So what they did is they built these big moving housing projects, I guess you call them, and they just kept them out there on those 12-lane highways going all the time. And it wasn't that it was a personal matter of pride with those people to stop. It's actually that they were not allowed to stop, and they were not allowed to go under 40 miles an hour. And so finally, the girl died in childbirth, and the young man, you know, the hero of the story, he finally just gave up and drove off of a big bridge. And they had a tradition in his culture that if you'd lived a good life when you wrecked your car, you had a vision. If you were going to go to heaven, you had this vision, and you saw the Firebird. Hey, we really hope you liked the show, and we want to hear from you. If you liked it, tell us about it. If you don't like it, tell us about it. Write a letter to the address you see on the screen. And I promise we will not ask you for any money. We don't need any.